very rare win a decision. I had now set a precedent where only a handful of firefighters had ever won a decision in the New York City Fire Department history at that time. But no one that I know of had such a rare decision as mine. Even with half my documents missing and my medical reports, never read, and the 52 memorandums missing explaining what went on during my retirement process at the fire department, and all the official Board of Trustees meetings also described on record what transpired, also missing, and all the documents and the allegations regarding fraud are all missing, including an MRI on my lumbar spine and an EMG, my last one taken. But I still had won, even with all these documents missing. I'm going to read part of this Supreme Court decision in 1992 when I won my case. At the time of the fall, he was wearing, meaning me, on his back a Scott Air Pack, which is a solid metal container weighing about 37 pounds, extended from the waist to the lower portion of his skull. Petitioner was treated at the scene of the accident by emergency medical personnel who fitted him with a neck brace. He was taken by ambulance to Maimonides Hospital, where he was treated for neck and back pain. The fire department physicians found him unfit to return to full duty and placed him on medical leave. On March 8, 1990, the three-man medical board of the fire department examined petitioner and found him unfit for any duty in the fire department due to cervical and lumbar radiculopathy with cervical herniated discs. Because the neck and back pain continued to render petitioner disabled, he remained on medical leave until he retired on March 27, 1992. In the months following the accident, petitioner had a series of medical consultations and diagnostic procedures. In part, between May 23, 1990 and January 8, 1992, the medical board issued 5 reports, all of which confirmed that petitioner was disabled. In each one, the medical board recommended that petitioner be retired on ordinary and not accidental. The court finds that petitioner has amply demonstrated that his disabling condition is causally related to the line of duty accident of August 14, 1989. The conclusion is virtually unanimous of all the physicians who examined petitioner and those who reviewed the record, including petitioner's own doctors and the fire department physicians, that petitioner suffers from cervical radiculopathy with cervical disease and herniated discs. The diagnostic procedures, which were reviewed, separately reviewed by 4 physicians, including an orthopedic surgeon and a neurosurgeon, also confirmed the presence of radiculopathy. These conclusions are buttressed by the fact that until the date of the accident, petitioner was able to perform his full firefighting duties, and after that date, he was never able to return to work because of these disabling injuries. In addition, the court finds that there is an absence in the medical records of any support for the medical board's positions, as set forth in their first 3 reports, that petitioner's disability was caused by 1983 or 1987 non-service related injuries, since in no report of these incidences is there any mention of neck or back pain, nor is there sufficient credible medical evidence to support the position of the medical board as posed in their 4th and 5th reports that a nucleus condition termed pain syndrome, in quotes, is the cause of petitioner's disability. In this case, the respondents' conclusory findings are not sufficiently credible to overcome the substantial medical evidence submitted by petitioner, and consequently the court finds their determination to be arbitrary and capricious. On July 28, 1994, after my court victory, Mary O'Sullivan gets caught writing, drafting, and finalizing an actual firefighter's 1B medical board retirement certificate. I could never prove, up until now, that Mary O'Sullivan was writing my medical certificates with Marlene Gold's knowledge. This memo comes in, actually these two memos are dated 7/28 and 7/29, signed by David Clinton, Fire Department, Deputy Fire Department Commissioner for the Board of Trustees. Mr. Clinton is the chairman of the Board of Trustees, acting on behalf of the Fire Commissioner. I'm going to read this January 28th, 1994 memo, 2 pages. To Mary O'Sullivan of the Pension Board, 1B Board Operational Secretary, from David Clinton, Deputy Commissioner for Legal Affairs. In parts. To Mary, yesterday morning you informed me that the attached proposed certificate was prepared by you to be presented for signature by the doctors on the 1B Medical Board at the time of the meeting scheduled for later in the day. As you well know, the 1B Board is an independent entity created by statute, is the only body legally entrusted to reach conclusions and make recommendations on applications for disability retirement. Such determinations are to be made solely by the doctors after their review of the objective medical evidence before them. I spoke with Dr. Flum, chairman of the 1B Medical Board, to confirm his understanding of the board's legal role, and he fully agrees that the doctors on the board are the only persons entrusted to prepare drafts and finalize certificates. Clearly, your preparation of the subject draft certificate could be seen to be as an improper assumption of the role that is entrusted solely to the 1B Board doctors, and also could be seen as an attempt by you, meaning Mary, to influence the outcome of their deliberations. This conduct, in the very least, gives the appearance of impropriety and should not be repeated again. In addition, Dr. Flum was uncertain as to whether you or members of your staff have prepared drafts of certificates in the past. Just 2 years prior is when I was going through the pension board. Neither you nor any members of your staff should be engaged in the preparation of any draft reports or notes in connection with cases before the 1B Board. And if that has been the past practice, it must cease immediately. Your office's only role with respect to the 1B Board is to compile the medical file documents for review by the board doctors.